I will honestly say that today was a fabulous day. Now, if I could get this recording right without all these notifications, I record on my phone. And so if you hear a ding, well, it's because someone was rudely interrupting me. I'm not saying it bad. This morning, I feel as if I succeeded in a small victory. Other than being 8 years clean, I started writing this morning and was able to put it down. Go to Walmart, let me tell you, come back and finish my writing. For me to do that is a huge success. Today, 8 years ago, I decided that my life wasn't worth the fight, that I was tired of running away and staying high to survive. I was gone from my family for 3 days. I used my father's anniversary of his death to go drown my sorrows away. 3 days later in Willoughby Hotel, I tried my hardest to take my own life. I had been up for 3 days with that white bitch on my back. Never had tried so hard to cut the grief away. Made a last call to my husband and tell him I loved him. And then I was so sorry. He traced the call and, well, let's just say they found me in time. Never in my life did I think I would ever be able to reclaim my life, my power, my mind. I was sent back to Maryview. I had just left a month before, promising to stay clean and to watch myself for those triggers that can erase your life. I had been there so many times before. Why did this time make a difference? All I can say is I'm not really sure. I can't tell you I don't struggle every day. I can't say I don't still long for the blade. The blade that dulls that pain, or wish to be that reckless and careless fool that I always seem to be. But that day is a nightmare. And I still have to replay that day to keep me grounded, centered, to know that in a moment's notice that addictions can rape a mind and take the very essence of being away from you. It's true. You can deny and keep denying, but when you open that door to all the ugliness that you keep inside, it's hard to put all that crap back in. So you start to release and begin. You may fall a time or two, but starting over is always a victorious win. I never thought I would stand on my own. I never thought I could be the person staring back at me. Through all my days of running away and trying to find that missing piece, that link that I thought would complete me, excuse after excuse, blaming others for my abuse, that missing link I couldn't find, it was buried deep inside. I just had to pull it free and finally see everything in front of me. I had to listen to all the hollow screams, the voiceless nothings, the nightmares on fucking repeat. Take it in, accept responsibility, and learn to love me. A hard road to render when you have made so many mistakes. Belittling and madness, so many different forms of my identity. I had no clue on who I was, what I was, and that alone almost drove me back to the safety of staying high. So I wouldn't have to face the real me. The one who was down for anything. Down for everyone who wanted to show me a good time. That chick, she ceased to be when normalcy finally hit me. Only to discover I had no fucking idea how to truly be. Terrified of the world outside my window, I shut down. I lived like a hermit, realized the only control I had was inside the four walls of my home. So I never left. I think it was a year before I emerged into the world again. Seems I turned into what every husband wished their wives to be. I became Betty Homemaker, the perfect mother, trying to make up for the lack of my parenting. Still, I wasn't me. I was what my children and husband needed me to be. It's funny looking back now. My goddess, I was turning into my mother. And well, let's just not say, or let's just say, that was never me. Not that my mother's bad. She is a queen to me. But her and me, we're not quite the same thing. Still feeling as if I didn't know me. I was scared to venture farther than the grocery store or run into someone who knew the old me. It was making me feel trapped. I started gardening. Then, when all my restlessness still didn't ebb and fade, I just got fucking angry. I took it out on my body. I guess you could say I took my body to the fight. Every day, beating the bag, weightlifting, it seems I took another addiction in another form. That's what addicts do. Even the smallest thing can lead to the biggest problem. Addiction is a sickness that never goes away. We may think it does because it never comes in the same shape. It may not be a drug or a drink, but anything can be an addiction if taken to the extremes. Some people have no problem with addiction while others do. Or some just think it's all okay. I really have no clue. I know, for me, I have an addictive personality, which is why I have to follow the same steps throughout my life. It is an everyday process. I know I'm slightly odd, out of place, and see this wheel in my head stays spinning all the time. But you see, when I realized all this, I became okay with me. Spiritual growth is what I found, or maybe it found me, I'm not sure. But that wasn't until 2012, when the rug beneath my feet awakened me. I began to question everything, everyone. I wanted the story of my life. I wanted to open the door to what was inside of me. And in doing so, I released this crazy person that you see. I finally got to the core of being me. I am eccentric and extreme. I am a believer in everything. I am an addict and will forever be. I'm not scared to say it out loud nor tell my story. My life, as fucked up as it may have been, and I do take full responsibility, is still how I found that divine light inside of me. I'm proud of me, finally. See, that's the thing. Never be ashamed of your scars or your story. That leads you to whatever the hell you choose to be. If you did your best and took your demons out to play, well, my friend, all I can say is, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear your story and hear you roar when you finally see sometimes walking through hell is just what we need. To suffer is to see, to uncover the beauty within all those addictions that we seem to feed. Blessed be.